Welcome to the Last Stop Sports Talk Draft Brothers. Today is still April 13th, 2024, and we have 12 days till the NFL Draft here on episode 4. I'm joined by Kian and Cody Kropp, and we're continuing our scouting report on running backs. We previously did 1 through 5, which if you guys haven't seen already, go check it out. And now on this episode, we're doing running backs 6 through 10. So Kian, you can go ahead and get us started off here.
All right, we're going to get started with MarShawn Lloyd out of USC. At the Combine, he was 5'9", 220 pounds. He is 23.2 years old. In the 2023 season, he rushed for 820 yards, 9 rushing touchdowns, 3 fumbles. In the receiving game, 13 receptions, 232 receiving yards, 0 receiving touchdowns. Currently, he ranks 97th overall on the consensus big board, and he is projected to be a third-round pick in the NFL Draft.
Yeah, this is a borderline my guy for me.
Borderline. Come on,
yeah.
Be bold.
Fence
sitter.
I know. I'm sitting the fence for now, but I gotta watch some more film and think a little harder about if I want to fully declare him as my guy or not. But he's close. He's a patient running back, waits for holes to develop, kind of like Le'Veon Bell in that sense. He runs through arm tackles as well. He has great speed and burst. He can make some defenders miss. He has decent lateral quickness, and he's really shown some flashes as a receiver as well.
Yeah, he's not a one-cut back. He can do multiple cuts, keep his feet under him, get back side to side, kind of like Le'Veon Bell in his prime, like you said. He seems to be well-balanced, and just he's a strong runner.
Yeah. MarShawn Lloyd, I won't sit the fence. MarShawn Lloyd is a my guy for me. Actually, a little spoiler alert, all the guys we're going to be talking about here are my guys for me.
You have 5.
What?
Yeah. Well, okay, so I watched a lot of running backs. And it was like 27 or something that I watched, and I have 7 my guys, and 6 of them fall in this range. I mean,
But
5.
we're only
These
talking
5.
about 5.
Yeah, these 5. Well, Braylon Allen
Okay.
in the last video, and then these 5 guys all happen to be my
Wow.
guys. I don't like any guys above him or any guys below him. Well, one guy way below him, but we won't talk about him. Anyways, MarShawn Lloyd, he's got, I feel like, good acceleration with each step. It feels like whenever I was watching him that he gets faster with each step that he takes. He takes long strides to continuously accelerate in that manner, and then he can just take a few quick steps just to pound into the ground and
Nice.
just kind of juke mid run, make sharp, decisive cuts like you guys were saying. Great at changing speeds, I would say. And good in the receiving games too. I don't really have anything bad to say about this guy.
The only thing that I have is he's kind of an older running back at 23.2 years old. And also I saw that he had some fumble issues. He had 3 fumbles on the year. I guess that's some concern for some scouts as well.
Yeah. He's been healthy for years, but I think he did tear his ACL freshman year.
Yeah.
But that's it. He's been healthy and good runner for a long time now.
Yeah, I have him as an exciting, patient running back with some speed and burst.
Yeah, and he's gotten a lot of hype because he showed out at the Senior Bowl this offseason. So he got a lot of hype. Another thing is that his best season was his past season, and it was only 820 rushing yards. So a lot to be desired in the statistical category, but dude shows out on film. That's no doubt.
He could fit a lot of teams well.
Yeah. The second running back, be number 7 in the consensus rankings, would be Audric Estime out of Notre Dame. He is 5'11", 221 pounds. He is 20.6 years old, and on the 2023 season, rushed for 1,341 rushing yards, 18 rushing touchdowns, only 1 fumble in the receiving game, 17 receptions, 142 receiving yards, 0 receiving touchdowns. He currently ranks 111th on the consensus big board and is projected to be a 4th-round pick.
I'll let one of you guys start with him because I know – actually, Cody, you can start because I know you've had your eye on this guy for a long time.
Yeah, he's my guy.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. This fits the style that I like, and I think this fits the style that the NFL is going back towards. Pound the rock. Big runner, pound the rock. That seems like it's kind of going that way. Yeah, he's got great size on him. Whenever I first saw him, I seriously thought he was a linebacker. I'm like, that guy's a linebacker. Huge, jacked, big guy. And then I was happy to see him run because before I saw him, I didn't see him run at all. And then I saw him run. I'm like, yep, he's exactly what I hoped for. Powerful runner, downhill, lays the boom. And he's not going to be brought down by first contact, first tackle. He's just a downhill power back. If that's what you're looking for, that's what you're going to get. He's pretty quick for how big the guy is. Got
Yeah.
pretty good vision. Like he's not the fastest side to side, but he's got good downfield speed. But yeah, it's kind of what you expect. He hits the gaps hard, yards after contact machine. He's good at watching his blocks develop and following those blocks through the line of scrimmage, and he's exciting to watch for me.
He is.
Kind of old school. You'll see him running down the field, hurdle some people. He'll do these
it's insane.
yeah, these little subtle jukes that are just enough that corners are probably already on their heels because he's outweighing them by 50 pounds, and then he's coming downhill and just does this little juke, and you're going to get set back even more. He's just very athletic, and he doesn't really have a huge injury history. No, and he's young. He's 20.
20.6.
20.6.
Yeah.
It's going to be even harder to bring him down now that you can't hip drop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, he is my guy, and I like him a lot.
Yeah, for his size, he is very fluid.
Oh my gosh.
And his speed and
Smooth.
movement are insane.
Smooth.
Yeah, and on top of that, he's a capable receiver as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't really say routes, but he seems to have very soft hands and be able to catch check downs.
Looks comfortable doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude he looks huge on the field. I feel like he weighed in at 221. I feel like he played bigger than that.
He plays way bigger.
Yeah,
than that.
I feel like he tried to skinny up to try to
Run faster.
and it didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, the 40-yard dash that he ran at the combine was 4.71, but I don't see that on film. I feel like
his play speed looks fast.
Yeah, he's got good top end speed. I mean, I'd say it's like one gear short of home run speed. Like he's gonna break off like a 60-yarder, but instead of making it an 80-yarder, he's gonna get tackled at the very end.
Especially NFL corners, they're gonna catch him.
And like just a bigger back, he loses some stamina. But yeah, looks huge on the field. But like you guys have been saying, dude is the way that I worded it. I said surprisingly quick feet for his size and powerful yet nimble north to south runner. Dude, he hurdles defenders sometimes
Yeah,
at this size.
Yeah,
it's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah,
But
smooth.
So smooth. Like good contact balance. He keeps his legs churning. He consistently breaks off lower body tackle attempts. You're not going to bring him down with like a simple tackle, but he's got those light feet to make some jump cuts and jukes sometimes. I was very impressed. Like I said, all these guys are my guys for me, so I'm just going to be glazing all of them. But the one knock that I would have on him, just like bigger back, it tends to be their problem, like kind of just slower acceleration. Just freight train, once he gets going, he's going, but just takes a little bit to get there.
Yeah.
Very average burst and some lateral quickness is lacking.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's to be expected. The guy's a giant, so.
Yeah, he's humongous. Moving on. All right. Bucky Irving, Marquise Bucky Irving out of Oregon. He's at the combine, he was 5'9", 192. 21.6 years old. In the 2023 season, he rushed for 1,080 yards, 11 rushing touchdowns, 1 fumble, and in the receiving game, 56 receptions, 413 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. Currently ranked 114 on the consensus big board and projected to be a 4th-round pick as well.
Kian, I'll let you start us off with the Oregon product.
Yeah, let me just start out. Obviously, I got to touch on again. I'm not a biased scout, but Bucky Irving is my favorite running back in this class. He's not special athletically. Let me start off by saying that his combine was terrible. People are like out on him because of his combine. But whenever you watch his film, he doesn't play in that way. He doesn't rely on his athleticism. Let me just start off by saying he's a great receiving threat. Obviously, 56 receptions this year, and he's always been a receiving threat for Oregon ever since he's been there. Good acceleration to get to his full speed quickly. His full speed is not special. Let me just say that. He does not have a very good top speed. He's not fast. He's not really quick even. And like that kind of worries people because for a smaller back, if you're only 192, we expect you to run down the field super fast, be a shifty guy. But that's not why I love Bucky Irving. Why I love Bucky Irving is because he has the best tackle breaking ability in this class, in my opinion. Dude is insane. His contact balance, guys just fall off of him. I don't know if he covers himself in butter before the game or what it is.
He has to.
But for his size, at only 5'9", 192, linebackers are bigger than you. Defensive linemen are obviously bigger than you. Safeties are probably bigger than you. You're basically the size of a corner. You're a short corner. And you're shaking off like linebackers. I'm just super impressed. But he doesn't really make defenders miss. He more just absorbs contact, stays on his feet, and breaks tackles. At his size, that blows me away. It reminds me a lot of Kyron Williams, actually.
Yeah, I think that's a
Kyron
good
Williams is not special athletically, but dude breaks tackles that he has no business breaking. That is the same as Bucky Irving. Quicker than he is fast, but not really super quick either. But good vision and quick cuts behind the O-line to find and hit the gaps. But I'm just super impressed by Bucky Irving. It is fun to watch him because people just slip off of him. I don't understand how he does it.
They do, yeah.
You say his lateral quickness isn't great, but I think it's pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say I disagree. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm all for it. Sweet.
yeah, he's very, very shifty. Maybe not over the long term.
No, that's
quicker
what I
than
was
he
going
is
to say.
fast.
I was going to say that too. Is like I don't know if he's shifty downfield, but what I was thinking is like, yeah, he can see the line and hit the gaps through the line, but he's got a great ability to bounce it.
Yeah.
Like if you got to bounce it out, he's out in a second, in a hurry.
Yeah, and he's very crafty with his moves as well.
I know.
Like when he's making moves, he reminds me almost of like it looks like he's playing basketball almost.
I
He's
know.
like crossing people.
Crossing
up.
people.
Yeah, like he makes like 2 or 3 shifts and then he takes off.
Yeah.
Which it's amazing, but at the NFL level, the only thing that might hurt him is if he takes too long to make his move. Then I'm guessing linemen in the NFL are going to have better pursuit, so he might get caught from behind
Yeah,
sometimes.
Miles Garrett's going to be raining down on him if he
Yeah.
takes too long.
Yeah. And another knock I have him against him is, unfortunately, at that size and weight, he's probably not going to be a 3-down back. That's more for a fantasy football perspective, though.
Yeah.
For the production, but for a team, he's going to be great as
Very productive, I feel like.
third down back, maybe even second and third or some combination. And his pass production is also probably lacking because of his size,
Yeah.
but he does run hard, which I love to see.
I have that too. He runs hard.
Yeah,
he's electric to watch.
Yep. Pound for pound, he's unbelievable.
I had him as like a not skill wise, but like Jalen Warren type in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Change of pace back.
Yeah.
Really switch it up. I mean, teams that have their pound the rock guy, then they want to bring in a different set or something like that. They can bring in him and do whatever. I mean, he's talented.
Yeah, I like the Nyheim Hines role that he played forever.
Yep.
Tony Pollard with Zeke.
Yep.
All those guys. He's also a my guy for me. So
Oh, let's
Yeah.
go, baby.
Yeah.
Love Bucky Irving, man.
Yeah, he's the. I don't say the most exciting to watch, but he's definitely top 2 most exciting to watch.
I think best contact balance in this class.
Oh,
I think so
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
As far it blows me away because a linebacker lowers his shoulder into him and he just doesn't move, and I don't understand.
Linebacker just melts off of him.
That's honestly what it is. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is.
Maybe it's like when you're holding a baby in your hands, you're like really trying to be gentle and you don't like want to squeeze or anything.
Yeah.
So the defenders don't want to like hurt them. They don't want to get called for any penalties or unnecessary roughness.
Yeah.
They just like try to tackle them real easy.
There are just very few plays. Honestly, I can't think of any plays that I watched where he didn't break at least one tackle.
Yeah. And no big injury history, so that helps too.
And even if he wasn't like going anywhere after he broke the tackle, he's still breaking at least one tackle.
You know what it could be is the guy's so shifty that he doesn't really have any high quality tackle attempts on him because he's always able to shift one way or another. So he's always shutting off an arm tackle, and no one can really wrap him up.
I feel like
bigger guys, you can kind of predict where they're going and get a good wrap on them. But
defenders are hesitant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a
But
good
fun to
point.
watch. My favorite running back in this class, not even because he went to Oregon. But moving on, Ray Davis out of Kentucky, 5'8", 211 pounds. An older running back at 24.4 years old. That's actually older than most of the quarterbacks that we talked about who are also on the older side for rookies. In the 2023 season, he rushed for 1,129 rushing yards, 14 rushing touchdowns, 1 fumble. In the receiving game, 33 receptions, 323 receiving yards, 7 receiving touchdowns. He ranks 115 overall on the consensus big board, also projected to be a 4th rounder.
Cody, you can get us started off here.
Yeah, so I just wanted to put this important information out there. His full name, Raymond Walter Jamar Davis.
We love it.
That's important.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. This guy, he's older. Could be on the verge of being a my guy for
I like
me.
him. I mean, me too, obviously.
He's electric, quick, shifty. Some guys can juke, but they're slow out of their jukes. This guy, he doesn't lose speed. He's side to side quick, not really slowing up at all. he'll run someone over too, even though he's not very big. He'll run through somebody. Has pretty decent vision. Obviously, he had good production in the receiving game. Most of those, I think, seem to be like checkdowns or something like that. But he looks comfortable doing it. He's slippery, and when he's near it, he's got a nose for the end zone. Like he's going to get there, even though he's not very big.
He's built like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 receiving touchdowns is kind of crazy for a college running back as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does make defenders miss, but he's also not afraid to lower the head, which I love. He's versatile, and really the only thing that I can knock him for is his age, and he just doesn't have a whole lot of top end speed. He doesn't really have that breakaway speed that Kean talks about.
Like you guys said, I love his versatility, how he can make somebody miss or just plow right through him. So he could play, like at the NFL level, he could play as a shifty scat back or a bruising like power back.
Or 3 down and do both.
Yeah, oh man, I would love to see that for Ray Davis. I'm a big fan of Ray Davis. But yeah, he can be quick. He's not the fastest, so he's probably like quicker than he is fast, but good ball carrier vision as well to constantly make cuts to find the open lanes. Even like at every level on the field, dude's always looking to find those extra yards, and he usually gets them too. But yeah, great receiving threat. I'm just excited because this guy, I feel like the ceiling is the sky is endless. What is that term? What is the sky's the limit?
Yeah, sky's the limit.
Oh
Ceiling's high. I don't know where you're going.
The sky's the limit for what this guy can do in the NFL, just because he is so versatile. Can play so many ways.
He's also a borderline my guy for me.
Oh, borderline.
All right, I'm going for it. He's a my guy. I just made up my mind.
Yeah. Ray Davis.
He's for sure my guy.
He's another
Raymond
guy.
Walters, Jamar Davis is my guy.
Never even watched him play, and then he'd be my guy. But he's another guy who gained a ton of hype at the Senior Bowl.
He balled out.
Yeah. Moving on to the last guy, running back Will Shipley out of Clemson. He's 5'11", 206, and 21.6 years old in the 2023 season. He rushed for 827 rushing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns, 3 fumbles, and he had 31 receptions, 244 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. Currently ranks 121 on the consensus big board and also projected to be a 4th-round pick.
The Clemson product is a my guy for me.
Yes.
Oh, look at the Clemson.
Here we go. Look at it.
I love this guy. So great burst and acceleration. Runs very hard. Maybe the hardest in the class. Good receiver, and that's not only a check down receiver. He actually runs some routes as well.
Oh, yeah.
And he has great routes over the shoulders, everything. Great lateral quickness, and I also love how high energy he is.
Yeah.
He reminds me in that sense of like an Isaiah Pacheco, how high energy he is.
Oh, yeah.
The angry runs.
Yeah, I love to
Runs
see it.
through.
That's
the ground.
exactly what I said, actually.
Yep.
I said runs with quick and angry feet. Looks a little like Isaiah Pacheco
Yes.
sometimes.
Yeah,
No way.
he doesn't run hard. He runs through the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's leaving ruts with his feet, yeah.
And this, to me, is the most explosive running back in the class.
Oh, explosive. Yeah.
Yes, simply because I think he has more top end than Bucky.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't call Bucky explosive.
No,
Bucky's
no.
just contact balance.
Yeah. And the only thing, I mean, there are
I
some.
think I could get there with you saying explosive. I think I could get there.
Yeah, most explosive in the class.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I could get there.
So, I mean, I guess I'll let you guys say positives before I go into some of my negatives here.
Go ahead, Cody.
Honestly, that pretty much covered any. That's pretty much what I was thinking. So if you got anything else,
I mean, yeah, good acceleration to get through his full speed quickly, but I would say he doesn't have top end speed. It's not like completely home run speed. It's not Trey Benson level,
Right.
I would say, but definitely quicker than he is fast, and he is insanely quick. Great.
He hits the hole hard. My
Hard,
goodness,
man.
he hits it hard.
Hit that hole hard, boys.
Yeah.
and he seems patient.
Yes,
like waiting
yeah.
for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
He'll float for a second and then get through
Yeah.
it quick. He does seem like he has good patience in the backfield.
And he's not like herky jerky. Like he's making these quick cuts, but he makes them look like smooth and effortless. Like he makes these guys miss with ease.
He plays. He makes guys miss good, but like it says he's 206.
Yeah,
I don't know, but he plays like he's a lot lighter.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that he could be. We already touched on his receiving, but I'd say that he could be a receiving back that teams look to get out in open space. Like maybe even split him out in the slot a few times, put him out wide for empty sets. Like don't have to put a receiver on the field for him. He can be that.
Yeah, I originally didn't like this guy when I would just watch college football casually. But then when I started watching film, I fell in love with him. And he's my favorite running back in the class to watch. It could be because Clemson. I also I'm always rooting for those guys. Like Christian McCaffrey, run hard. Isaiah Pacheco runs hard. Some negatives. He sometimes gets brought down on first contact.
That was my biggest one. He's not a great tackle breaker.
Yeah, no.
He'll make you miss, but he's not going to break tackles.
Yeah, and he did weigh in at 206, but I still think he's probably not a 3-down back, unfortunately. And, I mean, this is a little thing, but he just sometimes unnecessarily leaves his feet on catches and tackle attempts. Like when you're playing baseball, you're at shortstop and you jump for the line drive they didn't need to. Coach yells at you, unnecessary jumping. And that's like this guy. Sometimes he jumps for no reason.
Yeah, I could see that. I am excited to see what he's definitely probably gonna be a receiving back and a good receiving back at the NFL level. So I'm excited to see what he can do. Good change of pace back. So shifty. Just not as strong as you would hope.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I have him as most explosive running back in the class. Very similar to Bucky, just less slippery and not as fluid of a receiver. I'd say Bucky's more smooth as a receiver. Like he's better at not losing speed on the catch and turning the corner. But Will Shipley's better as a true receiver, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I know what you mean. Like Bucky, the way he like reels in passes, it's like looks very.
It's fluid. Yeah.
And it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, but Will Shipley has better hands and he's a better route runner.
Yeah, it's like.
And maybe he just doesn't look as smooth because he pounds the ground with his feet.
That's probably it too.
And shakes his head and swings his arms.
Yeah, he does that, but for some reason to me, it didn't seem like he's not as super precise in his like jukes or cuts like that.
Yeah.
It seems like he rounds a lot of them, which is okay.
Yeah.
I
mean,
but
it works.
It works.
There are some guys that it works for, and other guys that it's like.
Yeah.
He's got the quickness to.
Yeah.
He'll make you miss.
How big's Christian McCaffrey? Do we know by chance?
Probably like 6 foot.
Yeah,
maybe 6'1".
He's definitely taller and probably a little bit heavier as well. I don't know how heavy he was. How big he was.
I don't know how big he was coming out.
On NFL.com, he is listed at 5'11", 210. We want him like coming out into the draft.
5'11", 210. We got Will Shipley at 5'11", 206.
At the combine, Christian McCaffrey was 5'11", 202.
Oh,
don't do it.
Gentles and lady men. Do we have?
Nope.
Gentles.
Do we have next Christian McCaffrey?
Nope. Don't do it.
No, there's Christian McCaffrey.
I don't want to say. I don't want to be the one to say that. No.
You're only saying it because he's
Clemson.
No, not that reason.
Oh, because he's decent at football.
Yeah, that's it.
That's got to be it.
Yeah, that has to be the only. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Don't do it. McCaffrey's 101.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, it may very well turn into that, but I don't like comparing guys to all-time greats.
It also really depends on where he goes because he might not even get a chance somewhere. And somewhere might.
He'll definitely get a shot as a receiving back.
Yeah, but I mean that's it. He probably won't be used everywhere like McCaffrey is.
Yeah.
So.
Probably not.
Unfortunately, same thing with Bucky, but at least when they do get touches, they'll be explosive. Kind of
Yeah,
like Pollard was best as a change of pace back, and he can't be a lead back. So it'll probably be best for him in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see.
So this concludes our running back scouting, and we'll head on to wide receivers next. So we're doing 15 receivers, and then we'll do five tight ends, I believe, and some defense as well. So let us know if you guys want us to develop our own rankings and put them out there or tell you guys. So Kian, I think you said you have one more sleeper maybe for running backs.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so you guys might hear about that a little bit. So yeah, on the wide receivers next. Kian, you got anything?
No, I got nothing. We'll be recording receivers for tomorrow, but obviously it's going to take us some time to edit these videos and get them out to you guys. But yeah, let us know about the rankings because we can rank them up and get them to you guys for our draft live stream that we're doing on the day of the draft. So that would be exciting. But yeah, we enjoy talking draft, and we want to hear your guys' opinions on these players. Like leave something in the comments. Email us at laststopsportstalk@gmail.com. Just we want to hear from you guys. Like the video, share it.
Even if it's telling me that Will Shipley is garbage. And
yeah, honestly, we want to hear.
My ass from a hole in the ground. And
tell me that Bucky Irving is the worst athlete and he'll probably be fat by year 3.
Could be. Cody?
No, I agree. Yeah, any sleepers you guys may have?
Yeah.
Anyone that we completely missed or think we're completely dropping the ball on, not seeing?
Or anyone that you want to have us do an analysis for and scout them and break them down, we can do that. So, yeah, everyone, thanks for watching. Go watch the previous videos if you haven't already. Keep a lookout for the future videos, and thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you on the next one.